let's talk about how to put some cattle through the silencer hydraulic squeeze crush. Now, when you first get started, you might want to take this pretty slow. And what I quite often suggest to people is to bring a race full of cattle up in the morning, put them through the crush. You're going to miss the first two, half catch the next one, drop them cattle back around and start your day from there. Now you're going to be a little bit more comfortable with the crush, understanding which function does which. Now when you're at that stage, here's how I like to run the cattle through the silencer. The first thing you want to think about is where the cattle are going. That's through the head bale. So we need to give them a bit of daylight. Now because of the louvers on the side of the silencer, we don't have to have the head bale too wide open. We usually do this on a manual crush to give the cattle the best option on where to go. So I usually set the head bale about air width apart. So now we're going to let the beast up by opening up the back door. Once the beast is in, we're going to close the back door just so we can stop the next animal from coming in. From there, depending on what the cattle are doing, whether it's going through at 1,000,000 miles an hour or just steadily walking through, is going to determine how we're going to run this crush. Now, if the beast is coming through at 1,000,000 miles an hour, what I'm going to immediately do is start applying the squeeze. So the beast is coming up 1,000,000 miles an hour, I'm going to apply the squeeze to try and slow him down. If he's still coming through pretty quick, before he gets through the head bale, which is only air width apart at this stage, I am going to fully close it and just stop that beast from moving. The alternative is the animal's coming through quite slow. So what we want to do is leave that squeeze nice and wide open. Now remember, we only have the head bale about air width apart. Once the beast has put its head through, I'm going to close the head bale a little bit and then apply the squeeze. You want to apply the hydraulic upper squeeze fairly quick to stop that cattle from dropping back on you. From there, if the animal's still playing up, we're going to apply the hydraulic lower squeeze just to take the cattle's feet away from them. This way we've got maximum body control, which in turn gives us maximum head control. From there, if we're doing any air tagging, checking teeth, dehorning, pilling, we have the hydraulic neck bars. So if we had imagined there was a beast inside here, you would pull whichever lever. If you wanted to get to the far side, you would pull the far lever. If you wanted to open up more neck area on this side, you'd pull the other one. For dehorning and mouthing, you want to pull both the levers at the same time to get them out nice and wide. So now we've got full control of the animal. Now, if you're doing a lot of AIing or a lot of embryo transfer work, spaying, you don't necessarily want to be able to catch them in the head bale in an extended length silencer. What you'd do is you'd wait for the beast to walk past the space where you want it, and then you would apply the squeeze. That hydraulic squeeze is enough to hold the heaviest beast you have without the head bale and spot. From there, you can operate your hydraulic kick bars and you can do your back end work. So now that we've got the beast head baled, caught, we've done all the work we want to do to it, the next part, which is more important than the actual catch, is the release. 9 times out of 10, when you release a manual head bale, the beast will drop straight back onto the kick bars, which in turn will slow down the process of animals. So what we do with the silencer hydraulic squeeze crush, first thing we're going to do is leave the hydraulic squeeze on. We're then going to open the head bale, and when that animal goes to start moving forward, we then release the squeeze. Releasing the animal in that sequence is the most effective way of getting the animal outside of the silencer. It will stop the cattle from dropping back and will also help the next one come straight through. Now, very important if you're using the hydraulic kick bars, as soon as that animal's left, we're going to put the kick bars back. One of the most common mistakes people make on the silencer hydraulic squeeze crush is letting the hydraulic lower squeeze get built up full of manure and dirt, which over time turns out to be like concrete and will seize the hydraulic lower squeeze. The best and easiest way to get out of this without getting down with a chisel and hammer is every couple of hundred head of cattle, every time you stop or you get a break, smoko, lunchtime and end of the day, just operate the lower squeeze fully in and fully out a few times.